Hey everyone, welcome back to The List. The game is quickly approaching, so it's time to get your game plan ready. From food to fun, Dan Corcoran shows us that this weekend is more than just football around South Florida.
At number 1.
This is Knockerball. This is sweeping the nation.
Combine this new stand-up, blow-up bubble with just about any full-contact sport or game you can imagine and start slamming.
When you get hit, it's exhilarating.
In a good way.
In a good way, absolutely.
So I guess I'm about to try Knockerball.
Wait, rewind. Let's see that again in slow-mo. Knockerball is available for rent for parties of all ages.
I've got a little 4-year-old. She loves it. We've had events with senior citizens. It's the most fun you'll ever have.
At number 2, now that I've been sufficiently roughed up, I'm hungry. And thirsty for some super tasty Super Bowl grub.
It's elegant, but yet relaxed.
We love Palm Beach's Del Frisco's Grill and the special game night menu at special lower prices.
Enjoy wonderful appetizers, shareable appetizers that are craveable as well.
Burgers, brews, and of course, buffalo wings.
And once they cook up, we take them, we dip them into the homemade buffalo sauce that we make, Del Frisco recipe.
Shake, shake, shake. And the best thing about these wings is that you don't get your fingers dirty.
Not that that should even matter on Super Bowl Sunday. Take a selfie with your seafood. Asian fusion restaurant Yoko-San in Boca Raton opens Friday, and it's unlike anything you've ever experienced.
This is the only restaurant in the country that you can dine by popular choice.
Display screens or iPads at every table show menus with pictures of each dish. Like your favorite items, and you can influence the next diner's meal. You can also play with your food, competing against other guests.
And what's really cool is that you can actually take a selfie from your table and then share it with the rest of the world.
Some might wonder if we really need another screen at the dinner table, but Yoko-San doesn't see it that way.
We don't want to see people isolated at the table and not paying attention to each other. They can actually put down their cell phone and focus on choosing a menu option together.
In West Palm Beach, graffiti is good.
It gives you a particular impression, a feeling, an understanding through color and form.
The Paul Fisher Downtown Gallery welcomes world-renowned spray paint artist John Crash Matos, who at the age of 13 was tagging New York City subway trains. Now he's in the Big Apple's best art museums.
The first guy to make it into a major New York gallery was Crash.
He transforms other things too, even Eric Clapton's guitar.
The color kind of just hits you right in the face, and that's what he wants, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Crash's great graffiti work is meant to leave us onlookers feeling good. Seinfeld star Jason Alexander, a.k.a. George Costanza, a.k.a. director.
Television was the switch up. I was a theater guy.
And theater is what brings him to Boca Raton's Meisner Park Cultural Arts Center through January 11th, directing When You're in Love, the Whole World is Jewish.
This is what directing's all about.
It is a 90-minute, silly, good time. You do not have to be Jewish to get it or enjoy it. If you are, you will probably really get it and really enjoy it.
The premise? A young Jewish man brings his non-Jewish girlfriend to his rabbi and asks, now what?
Mr. Silverberg. I'm Jewish, I'm thirsty, I must have diabetes.
The show is full of laughs, much like Seinfeld. Alexander says he still catches those reruns on TV.
Oh, look at that. I had more hair then.
Take a tasty trip down memory lane with a major dining discount. Mellow Mushroom locations around South Florida are getting you to step back in time to 1974 to be exact, the year the pizza place set up its first shop ever.
Way before my time.
Mellow Mushroom in Delray Beach and City Place in West Palm invite you and yours to Way Back Wednesday, tomorrow.
You're in and out the door for a real cheap price, but 1974 prices.
A small cheese pizza for $2.50, beers for 75 cents, or a Coke just 30 cents.
We have a lot of people on the floor and a lot of energy to be able to show a good time.
Tapping into Florida's brewing market.
I think it's just going to keep growing.
The beer drinking experts at Thrillist.com rank our state number 17 when it comes to beer. The criteria? Quantity of breweries, but mostly quality of local brews. Try a tasty tall one at Saltwater Brewery in Delray Beach.
Anything that's unique, anything that sells well, and we definitely listen to our public, our customer in here.
So which state ranked best? Oregon. And worst? Mississippi. If you ask me, the Sunshine State seems to be doing just fine.
I feel like I'm saving the environment.
We took a test drive in the BMW i3, the company's first mass-produced electric car. It's being sold in the Palm Beaches for the first time at Bremen Motor Cars.
They really did a full encompassing approach and not just taking a vehicle and putting batteries in it.
Not counting a $7,500 federal tax credit, the price tag for the i3 starts in the low 40s.
The technology in charging electric vehicles going about as quick as cell phones nowadays.
Here she comes. We'll call her Miss Evelyn Chapman.
May I join you?
She's our guide as we catch a trolley into South Florida history.
The history that we find out today in our particular area was very much for the rich and the infamous.
She plays the role of a West Palm Beach native engaged to a service member returning home from World War II.
Mr. Henry Morrison Flagler actually has a street named after himself.
Giving us an informative and entertaining trip down memory lane.
So I say to you, sir, are you able to move a railway for someone that you would love? Yes or no?
No.
Not a very good catch. Anyway.
Get that heart rate way up.
Drive those legs.
Fitness experts agree, getting above 84% of your maximum heart rate can be a huge calorie burner.
Our goal is to get your heart rate up, bring it back down, get your heart rate up, bring it back down.
I strapped on a heart rate monitor at Orange Theory Fitness in West Boca to give it a try.
1 minute left.
Within minutes, I was in their orange zone. More public art popping up where you park in downtown West Palm. We showed you these murals inside the Evernia parking garage stairwell back in April. Months later, other local artists are painting again, bringing life to the Banyan Garage.
It was kind of up in the air whether we were going to do the rest, but the city got such a good response from that, and they've gone ahead and done 2 more.
This feline now has a fantastic new face. Born with no eyelids, the nearly 1-year-old Saran has finally found his forever home. Multiple surgeries actually used the corners of this cat's own mouth.
They took the corners of his mouth and took the tissue and moved it up and sewed it in place to make eyelids.
Volunteers with the Humane Society of the Treasure Coast got much of the cost covered with donations. Saran's adoptive mom is a University of Gainesville veterinary student. Tomorrow is the last Friday of the month, so that means it's the South Florida Science Center's Night at the Museum. The theme this time, Dig In, an archaeological adventure.
We're actually going to bring out authentic fossils. We're going to let the kids pass them around.
Kids can also make a cast of a dinosaur tooth, then the Science Center staff will use their new 3D printer to make a T-Rex skull.
At the end of the night, we're going to be auctioning off this skull for someone to take home with them.
It's a dinosaur.
And now you're caught up and clued in around South Florida.